Hello, folks. Welcome to the WFCU Center inside beautiful Windsor, Ontario for some NBO Canada action between the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express. I am Brett Hedges alongside my partner in crime, Kobe K, as always. And Kobe, 2 straight games these two teams are going to play each other. They played on Tuesday. The Windsor Express got their first road win of the year. A big win for them.
And what a road trip it was. 4 games since the season started. They've played back-to-back twice. So it's been a grind, but that's what this league and season has been about thus far. The Express look to continue their winning ways here in Windsor once again. We know they're glad to be back at the WFCU Center.
And of course, in the last game, it was Quinnell Brown with 27 points on triple-double watch, and that was a big reason why they were able to get the W in Kitchener.
Indeed, and without Darren Duncan right now, he is the leader. He is going to need to step up and play elite-level basketball once again to help this team find themselves in the wake of a completely different roster and new team this year.
Oh, they got some help. We got Warren Ward with 20 points last game. We had Wally Ellenson with 16. And we got some great shooting from Brandon Kearney, who knocked down 5 of 6 threes. Really kind of a breakout game for him. And that consistency on the offensive end is what Windsor needs to see moving forward.
Definitely. Only scoring 98 points per game, speaking to the team. They're still trying to find themselves. Wally Ellenson now with 11 points per game. He's starting to get some more minutes. Gernard Giroux, 10 points per game. He's starting to find himself. So it's all about building that continuity and trust, and these players learning to work as a group.
And of course, for the Windsor Express, it all begins with a fast start in the first quarter. Kobe, you said in the first 2 quarters that it hasn't been very good for the Express.
No, in fact, through the first 2 quarters collectively over the last 5 games, they are a minus 68. So they are playing from behind so far each game this year. And that's tough to do. They've got to come out here firing on all cylinders, score early, be efficient, and get a lead, and then try to keep it.
Absolutely. And Nick Evans, last week he scored his 1,000th career point in the league. He's been a big factor in the middle for the Windsor Express, and rebounding is something that the Windsor Express will be needing tonight to get ahead of the Kitchener-Waterloo Lightning.
Indeed, 12.5 points, 7 boards, 80% from the free throw line, 6'11", 225. He's that big anchor in the middle, an ultra-important piece to what the Windsor Express are doing this season.
And on the other side of the court, we've got Adam Blazik for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, a great 3-point shooter, but last game the Windsor Express kept him to 11 points. That's a key to victory tonight for them as well.
Absolutely, 46% from the field, 46 from three-point land, 18 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4.4 assists per game. He is playing excellent basketball thus far for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans.
We had a nice little visit from David Magley there, poking his head in. Always good to see Mags in town. What are you looking forward to seeing tonight between these two teams? Consecutive games playing against each other.
Well, I hope that the Windsor Express come out with a sense of urgency and the continued leadership from Quinnell Brown as they look to reestablish themselves as a force in the Central Division. For the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, they've had a good start. They're sitting at 2-3 right with the Windsor Express, so this is an important divisional game. I expect both teams to be very hungry tonight.
And for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, one person that has stood up is Orlando Coleman. I know you've got a few things to say about that young man.
Indeed, 15 points per game, 6 boards. He's doing great things in the league this year from the forward position, an intricate piece to what this team is doing, and he's going to be tough to contain in the front court for the Windsor Express.
And followed up by A.J. Davis and Ricky Tarrant. That's a really solid starting 5 for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans.
Indeed, they're scoring 113 points per game. They're shooting in the high 40s from the field. Good from the three-point line, passing the ball well. This is a team that's looking to make a run here in the Central Division. They don't look like a brand new franchise, I can tell you that.
And one thing, I was looking at the stats last game, really closely contested, 114-108. The one thing the Windsor Express did have an edge in was their 3-point shooting. So that may be something on defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball they need to be worried about.
Indeed, they've also been outscored in the paint through 4 of 5 games. That's another area that we hope to see some improvements. As we've said many times, this Windsor team trying to find themselves throughout the 2016-17 season. This will be another opportunity for the Express to get it right.
I couldn't agree with you more. And my X factor today is the play of Maurice Jones at the point guard spot. With Darren Duncan out, it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of front court matchups they can provide. And Maurice Jones, when he's on fire, he can get this team going. We saw earlier 2 weeks ago when he had 15 assists in one game.
Indeed, he's done a great job facilitating and getting in there and replacing Darren Duncan. And we got to remember, this Windsor Express team is quite potentially without their best player once again. Maurice Jones was brought in as a backup point guard, but has been able to shoulder the load as the starter and has done wonderful things thus far for the Windsor Express.
And my X factor for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, it's getting a fast start. This team likes to shoot. Serge Langus likes to get his team out in front, and so it should be an interesting game. That does it for us on the sideline here. Brett and Kobe going upstairs. We're going to send you for our national anthem, and we'll be right back here on Knockstrom.tv.
We stand on guard for
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the WFCU Center in Windsor, Ontario. A few minutes away from action between the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express. I am Brett Hedges alongside my partner in crime, Kobe K. And what do you say about this game here today?
Yes, certainly looking forward to it. Great to be back at the WFCU Center. Exciting Central Division matchup. Both teams 2 and 3, so it's an important one. Especially that here we have a 40-game season, so hot starts are great. But we have to, Windsor Express certainly have to think about down the road. Right? It's still early, but every game counts.
Absolutely, especially early on in the season, you don't want to fall to a 2-4 mark or even worse, right? You don't want to get on a losing streak, and both these teams looking to go to 500. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, a nice story, one of the newest franchise in the Central Division, coming into the league along with the Cape Breton Highlanders in the Atlantic. So it should be an interesting season to see for them. We've seen a lot of growth in franchises in just one season before, much like the Niagara River Lions of a season ago.
Indeed, and it's not, sometimes we've had these new franchises, but because of all the changes in the rosters, it's almost like we have a new team each season. So these are the unique challenges of the National Basketball League of Canada.
Of course, and as the NBL Canada continues to grow, so does the number of veteran players returning to Windsor. Now appearing for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans roster is Paul Cooper. He's a Texas Tech grad and is a former member of the Brampton A's and the Island Storm. Cooper played with the Express from January 8th until January 3rd last year, and during that time, Cooper appeared in 4 contests. This is the first time the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans will play at the WFCU Center this year during their first season in the NBL Canada. And like we said, they met on Tuesday in their first contest, but one of their more memorable contests coming up is going to be at Caesars Windsor Casino on February 8th. That's the Clash of the Coliseum 4, when we're going to have a triple header of action between the University of Windsor women's, men's program and the Laurier University and KW Titans program. So if you go to windsorexpress.com, make sure you get those Clash at the Coliseum tickets for as low as $15, Kobe. You could go see all 3 basketball games inside Casino Windsor. Caesars Windsor, pardon me, and what an experience it has been over the past 3 years to go to those games.
Yeah, fantastic. A lot of fun. Not only just fun for us, but fun for the families and the people that get to attend these events. This year they've expanded it. It's even bigger. I look forward to it being next to you, my friend, calling some basketball. What more could you ask for?
And this game is going to feature a couple of college rivals appearing for the Titans. And was taking the first ever, he was taken in the first selection, in this year's draft, was Greg Morrow out of the University of Western. Morrow and Express guard Alex Campbell played against each other for the University of Western and University of Windsor, respectively. The Western and Windsor Lancers were playing at the University of Windsor on Wednesday. Had a chance to call that game. Always a lot of fun to see our local CIS products getting some NBL Canada action, the professional action. Always cool to see that as well. But one person that we're really excited to see for the Windsor Express is Wally Ellenson. He's a former Marquette Golden Eagle, and he's the brother of Henry Ellenson, who was a first-round draft pick by the Detroit Pistons this year. Henry was rated as the 5th best player in North America by ESPN coming out of high school, and you can see those skill traits in Wally, and over the past 5 games, he's gained a lot of trust with head coach Bill Jones, and that's why he's in the starting lineup tonight.
Indeed. And he has also started to build that relationship before the season even started. One of the big reasons why he wanted to play in Windsor in the NBL was that he has his brother across the river, but the deciding factor was Coach Bill Jones. He really liked what he had to say, wants to buy into that system, so I think he's a great team guy right now, averaging 11 points per game, 3.75 boards, plus a steal, shooting 50% from the field, 40% from downtown, and he's 100% from the free throw line, 7 of 7 thus far. So the minutes have started to come. We know the athleticism's there, but this guy can shoot the basketball as well.
Absolutely. Had 22 points in a loss to London. He had 16 points in the win over Kitchener-Waterloo on Tuesday, so it should be interesting to see what Wally, number 30, does for the Windsor Express tonight. And really cool, we're going to have That's OJ Atogwe from the NFL, played for the St. Louis Rams and the Washington Redskins. He's going to be performing our tip-off today. So really cool to see OJ in town.
And we also got to shout out Victoria York, the lovely and talented young lady that sung the national anthem. She's a personal friend of mine, a really kind soul, a good person, and she did a fantastic job with that duty this evening.
Yeah, I was coming up in the elevator on the way up, and I was like, man, this girl can sing, so good job.
She can sing.
So starting for the Windsor Express tonight, number 44, Nick Evans, number 30, Wally Ellenson, in their black jerseys with white and red trim. Warren Ward, number 10, Maurice Jones, number 11, and Quinnell Brown, number 15. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans in their blue jerseys with, white jerseys, pardon me, with blue trim going left to right. Cavell Johnson, Orlando Coleman, Adam Blazik, Adam Wing, number 15, and number 4, that's Ricky Tarrant. Here's Warren Ward on the baseline with the opening possession. That's long, and here come the Titans. Coleman loses it. Quinnell Brown with the steal in transition. Jones. Quinnell with the offensive board. No good.
Like the intensity there by the Express, though. Almost scored some points off a turnover, but good defense to start the game.
Quick pass to Coleman. Inside the three-point line. Picks up his dribble. Wally Ellenson closes the gap on him. Johnson at the high post finds Wing cutting to the basket for 2.
And the extra pass there, making it all possible for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, getting on the board early.
2-0 Titans here at the WFCU Center in Windsor. Second straight game these two teams will play each other. Windsor coming away in the first contest, 114-108. There's Maurice Jones. Tried to find Quinnell Brown, but that pass is picked off. Coleman puts up a push shot, can't get it to go. Nick Evans had his hand on it, but it ends up in the grasp of Warren Ward. Entry pass to Nick Evans. He faces up on Cavell. Puts that big shoulder in. Offensive board, and good to go. Gets it 2 points the hard way. Here come the Titans. Clinton Springer-Williams going to check into the game for an early substitution. Nick Evans working against Cavell. Cavell with a spinning shot, knocks it down. Beautiful shot from Cavell Johnson, a veteran of this league.
Beautiful fadeaway right there, averaging 8.4 points per game and 4 boards. 6'8", getting it done all day long.
And knocking away that entry pass is Johnson. We're in number 28. Springer-Williams checking into the game for Warren Ward. Ward having a quick conversation with Coach Jones. Ward's had a good start to the regular season, Kobe.
Indeed, shooting 40% from downtown, and that's a big part of why they brought him in here, was improved play from the perimeter.
There's another wing player that they brought in to increase that shooting percentage, Clinton Springer-Williams. He hands it off to Maurice Jones. Gets the scoop, and he draws the foul. Maurice Jones getting to the free throw line after drawing the foul.
And that's just another asset to his game, his ability to take it to the rack, go hard to the cup, get to the free throw line, dish off. He's a true point guard in every sense of the word.
Absolutely. Maurice Jones had a season-high 15 assists against the Orangeville A's on December 30th.
And I think right about now would be the perfect time, Brett, to shout out our man, Audley Stevenson from NBL Canada, for all of his hard work, putting together that beautiful video content for everyone to enjoy. Shout out Audley Stevenson.
Yeah, if you haven't seen our NBL Canada in a flash, make sure you check out that video on YouTube, and make sure you check out the NBL Canada Live YouTube page. Had a lot of fun shooting this week with you. Springer-Williams for 3. Cavell Johnson with another board. Tarrant. Cavell lines up a 3. Yep.
He's feeling it tonight, showing off that game, the ability to stretch the floor. We've seen him get it done with the short fadeaway and there for the three-point line.
Nick.
And that shot was almost blocked by Cavell Johnson, getting it done on both ends.
But it's good for Nick to show that range. Next time you might see an up fake sweep through and a nice left-handed dunk.
Nick Evans is shooting 48% from the field, so an efficient start to the season. Everything the Windsor Express would have hoped.
Yeah, his stats a little bit skewed. Unfortunately, he got ejected in the first game against London, along with Royce White. Of course, his PPG and rebounds might be a little bit higher, but beautiful dunk from Orlando Coleman.
And how about the pass by Cavell Johnson?
That athleticism to put his foot on the ground and slam it home for two. Kitchener up 9-3. Cavell Johnson with another board. Over to Blazek. Wing. Over to Cavell, who's already got 5 points. Tarrant scores. Gets to the line. Get an edge on Clinton Springer-Williams.
No one there to contest for the Windsor Express. Easy take. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans showing off why they've been scoring 113 points per game this year.
Jones over to Brown. Backing down Adam Wing. Back to Maurice Jones. Fakes the shot. Back to Brown. Spins. Takes the shot. It's good.
Well, Brown showing off why he's a former MVP. Rounding into form for the Windsor Express.
27 points last game. Blazek. Over to Tarrant. High screen. Tarrant goes to his right. Nearly lost the ball. Got it back. Over to Blazek. Quick passing from the Waterloo Titans. And ends up on a board for the Express. Wing with the miss from the wing. Wally on the bounce. Over to Springer. High screen from Nick Evans. Maurice Jones. Off the glass for two. Nice job of shielding the defender there, Maurice Jones. Working against Cavell Johnson. Not going to be easy for a small guard like Maurice Jones. Orlando Coleman going to his left. Nice matchup there with Wally Ellenson. To his right. Ooh, Coleman can't finish from the left side with the reverse layup.
Coleman showing off some of that athleticism, though. Strong take.
Nice sweep through and right to the rack. Wally hands it off to Maurice. Gets a high screen from Nick Evans. He rises. Can't get it to go. 11-7, Kitchener-Waterloo leads. Johnson for three. No. Jones inside to Nick Evans. Facing up on Cavell. Pumps the left shoulder. Rises. Gets it to go with the friendly bounce.
Express now 4 for 11 from the field, so a little bit better of a start offensively. That's something they were looking for, but Kitchener-Waterloo 5 and 9 for the field, Brett, for 55%. Continuing that hot start.
Blazek over to the far wing for Coleman. Gets inside the key, kicks it out for Blazek. A long three. No good.
That's his shot, though. He's going to make that at least 4 out of 10 times.
Jones with a high screen. Over to Wally. Evans on the wing. Perimeter jumper, no good. Coleman, right to the rack. Leaves it short. Quinnell Brown with the rebound. Contested take from Orlando Coleman comes up short. 9-11.
Quinnell Brown already with 3 rebounds, showing off why he is so important for the Windsor Express.
He was on triple-double watch on Tuesday. Clinton Springer-Williams for 3. Yes! Chalk that assist up to Nick Evans.
And interesting about Quinnell Brown, missed basically the entire training camp, still shooting 45% from the field, 36% from three-point land, and 78% from the free throw line.
Quick miss from Adam Blazek. Here come the Express. Up 12-11. Looking for the entry pass to Quinnell Brown. Springer-Williams kicks it out for Maurice Jones. Calls for a high screen. Hesitates. Gives it over to Wally. He sets his feet for 3. It's good.
The money ball, Wally Ellenson. That's exactly what they need out of him.
The left
high-energy guy that's going to come out there and make the three-point shot.
The left-handed stroke is good for Wally Ellenson. Blazek. Cavell Johnson mishandled the pass, but it ends up in Tarrant's hands. Gets a high screen. Back to Johnson. Defender left him, so he takes the 3. No good. Coleman with the offensive board, and Nick Evans has to commit the foul. 3:53 to go here in the first quarter. Windsor at 15-11. I believe that's going to be the first foul against the Express here today.
Kitchener-Waterloo with 5 team assists. We're seeing some quality passing out of that squad right now, which is subsequently getting them good looks and open shots.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Serge Langus and Bill Jones going to chat with their squads when we return. More of the first quarter here at the WFCU Center on Knoxstrom.tv. Welcome back, folks. Coming out of the timeout, Orlando Coleman going to go to the free throw line for a pair. Nick Evans, the guilty party. And Lester Prosper is going to come in on the substitution, number 24. Lester had 13 rebounds and 8 points against the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans on Tuesday, really solidifying that 4 and 5 spot for the Express.
More importantly, he's able to give Nick Evans a break and, like you said, plug up that painted area. So although he may not be in the starting 5, he has a very, very important job for the Express this year.
Couldn't agree with you more. When you think about all the fantastic big men that we have in this league, always good to have two solid 5s, so to speak. And if you put them both in the game at the same time, you've got a huge lineup down low for the Windsor Express. So always good to see Lester Prosper in the game.
The Express opening this game 2 of 4 from downtown for 50%.
Nice jumper there from Quinnell Brown. A little bit of a slow start from the Express, but really coming into form over the last 5-6 minutes, Kobe.
When Quinnell Brown's hitting shots like that, they're in good shape.
Lester Prosper commits to try and get the steal. He's going to be called for the hold.
As we talked about in the pregame with Darren Duncan being out, ever so important that Quinnell Brown play the best basketball he possibly can to help lead this team during this transition and time without their star point guard, Darren Duncan.
Greg Morrow, person I mentioned in the pregame, coming out of the University of Western Ontario, was the NBO first draft pick in the Canadian draft. And there is Morrow right there. He comes up short. And there's going to be a foul. That's going to go against Lester Prosper. So 2 quick fouls for Lester. And Gernard Giroux is going to check into the game.
Who doesn't bring as much size, but does bring length and does bring speed. As we said in the pregame, he's averaging 10 and 6 thus far. Struggling a little bit from the free throw line at 50%, 5 of 10 from that space. But again, he's another option, and that gives them the ability to go small.
Absolutely, Greg Morrow lining up his second shot, knocks it down. Morrow and Lancer guard Alex Campbell did battle last year in the OUA. Brandon Kearney with a shot that goes off the backboard. Shot 5 of 6 from 3 land on Tuesday. Swipes away that basketball and is going to be Kitchener ball.
And he is also shooting 41% from downtown this year. He's another player they brought in to help shore up the perimeter. So he and Warren Ward both filling those roles very well thus far. He hasn't seen a ton of shots, but he's been efficient when he has taken the three-point attempt.
Morrow driving baseline, and he scores. Greg Morrow taking the opportunity for 4 quick points for the KEW Titans. Tie game, 17 up, 2.5 to go here in the first quarter on Knoxstrom.tv. Giroux facing up. Up and under. And he draws the foul. Gernard Giroux, looking at some of his field goal percentage, he's up there in the tops in the league, I believe in the top 15, shooting just around 50% from the field. But good to see him, more importantly, getting aggressive of the offensive end and drawing some contact and getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, 52% from the field to be exact, and that is a fantastic number, certainly for a team that has had struggled so far from the field through 5 games. Although here they are over 40%, so that's a good number. But as we've seen in the post there, showing off some of those moves, some athleticism, some speed, some timing, able to get himself to the free throw line.
Knocks down 2 shots, increases that average a bit. And going back, Windsor Express putting on some pressure. It's inbounded to Sutherland. A.J. Davis on the wing. Cutting, going off the glass, and good for 2, A.J. Davis.
And he's had a great start to the season, Brad. 14 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists. He's been lighting it up for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans.
Jones pointing, directing traffic. Springer with a drive. He's blocked by Morrow. Tremar Sutherland comes up with it. And Sutherland can't convert. Almost turning defense into offense there. Windsor Express dodging a bullet, so to speak.
And neither team with any points off turnovers, so those will remain at 0 thus far.
Getting some live stats from our statistician, Chris Lemieux. Thank you so much for all your help, Chris.
Making my job a whole lot easier.
Oh, yeah. Kearney, baseline. Over to Giroux. He's got a matchup, and he's going to draw a foul. Saw them switch off there, and Giroux on the roll had a matchup with Tremeke Sutherland.
He was looking to split the defenders, but able to get himself to the free throw line once again and potentially get this Express a lead here.
1:26 to go in the first.
Pardon me, no shooting foul.
Quinnell Brown working against Morrow. Puts a shoulder in. Off the glass. Gernard Giroux put a hand on it, but it ends up in the hands of Morrow. Tremeke. To Morrow. To his left. Stops in the mid-post. Launches it to Tremeke. Lost it there. Ends up in the hands of A.J. Davis. He knocks down the perimeter jumper. A.J. Davis once again, 4 quick points for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans.
They got a little too much space to shoot here, getting some clean looks from about 20 feet out and the three-point line, so I'm sure that's something the Windsor Express will look to shore up.
Springer drawing the foul. Spinning on Jamel Harris. And I believe the foul is going to go against Greg Morrow. So Clinton Springer-Williams going to come to the free throw line. He's another product out of the U Sports program here, Canadian University programs, playing out of Carleton University. The Carleton Ravens under Dave Smart. 11 national championships to their credit, I believe. I think they at one point had 5 in a row.
The Express improved to 4 of 5 from the line, shooting 73% from that space on the season, so this is working for them.
And Alex Campbell checks into the game for the Windsor Express, wearing number 34, the first-round rookie. And Wing can't convert on the end, but a foul is going to be committed. Bill Jones speaking with Gernard Giroux. I think the Express got messed up with their man coming back on defense there.
And the Titans making the right pass, finding the open man under the basket, stick it in the back door.
Adam Wing at the free throw line knocks down the first. 22-21, the K-Dub Titans lead. Got a nice, fun quarter here.
And Wing also scoring in double digits so far this season, right at around 10 points per game. The team has 5 players scoring in double digits, all contributing to that buck 13 they're putting back a game.
Alex Campbell at the point for the Express, working against Greg Morrow. Some U Sports fans would appreciate that matchup right now. We've got a foul away from the ball that's going to be on Tremar Sutherland, number 9 of the Express, or of the Titans. So with 16.9 to go, we're going to have 14 seconds put up on the shot clock. So Express will have to shoot before a buzzer beater. Kearney, speaking with Coach Serge Langus, he spent some time together in Moncton. And Morrow gets behind the defense, and he slams home a two-handed dunk.
2 important points in transition as the first quarter will close.
And a heave from Springer Williams is off the mark. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans come away after the first quarter, 25-21. When we return, our stats and facts from the first quarter on Knockstrom.tv. We'll be right back. All right, folks, coming out of the first quarter break here, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans up 25-21 and a fun quarter of action, I must say, Kobe.
Indeed, both teams getting at it, competing hard. You can tell each squad respectively wants the W tonight.
Greg Morrow, who had 6 first quarter points. A miss from the Titans on the opening possession. Here come the Express. Alex Campbell. Warren Ward. 3, 4 pretty solid shooters for the Express on the floor right now. Here's Alex Campbell. No good. Tremik. AJ Davis swings it all the way out to Tremar. For 3, no. Kearney with the rebound. Ward. I think you were a little hard on the Beaver. Over to Campbell on the far side. Campbell to the cup for 2, no, and draws the foul though. Nice definitive drive from the rookie Alex Campbell, getting to the free throw line for the Express. Campbell was a first-team All-OUA All-Star last year for the Windsor Lancers, averaging over 22 points per game. Was a lead scorer in the league.
And through the time he has seen this year, 4 of 8 from the field for 50%.
I'm going to go back and check those stats because I'm pretty sure Greg Morrow and Alex Campbell were the 2 leading scorers in the OUA last season. I'll confirm those numbers later. But Morrow has the ball for the Titans now. Finds Wing on the baseline. He drives, kicks it out. Tremik. And Morrow with the rebound. AJ Davis, hesitation dribble, working against Quinnell. Puts up the shot, is short.
Great ball facilitation by the Titans and lots of room to shoot on the perimeter.
Gernard Giroux finishes off the pass and with a 2-handed dunk.
Express put their foot on the gas, able to make the dunk in transition. 2 very important points for Gernard Giroux.
Nice shot from Gernard. Playing because of the early foul trouble from Nick Evans and Lester Prosper, doing a great job playing that 5 spot. AJ Davis finds a crease in the Express defense. And he scores for 2. AJ Davis. A warning going to be called on the Titans for delay of game.
And the Titans already with 9 team assists, talking about that ball facilitation, passing it really, really well.
Wow.
40% from the field, 10 of 25. 100% from the free throw line for 6 of 6. Windsor 8 of 22 from the field for 36%. So we know they're going to look to improve on that number as the game continues.
Yeah, on Tuesday the teams had very similar numbers again, but the only difference I found was the 3-point shooting. In a 6-point win, sometimes it comes down to the small categories like that. And Warren Ward draws the foul on I believe that's going to be on Cavell Johnson.
And speaking of that 3-point line, the Titans are 1 of 6 from that space, but they've had some great looks, like I said. So those things start falling, and it could spell trouble for the Express, who I'm sure will look to lock down the perimeter area.
Nick Evans checks into the game for Quinnell, so Gernard Giroux going to be working the 4, and Warren Ward getting a loose ball on the ground. Nick Evans comes up with it. He gets it over to Alex Campbell. He collects and draws the foul. What a wild series of plays there for the Windsor Express, but all heart and hustle there results in that possession.
You took the words literally right out of my mouth.
Oh,
That's what Nick Evans will do for you as he gets up and gets the crowd into it. Always bringing that energy and leadership on the court. And that's exactly what you need out of one of your front court starters, that's for sure.
And Campbell gets it to go from the free throw line. Quite a few hustle plays there. It took one from Warren Ward to corral the pass. Gernard Giroux to keep it alive. Nick Evans to grab the ball from the loose. And then Alex Campbell for getting to the cup. So it just goes to show what series of events go into successful possessions.
And in close games like this, those are the difference makers, those heart and hustle plays, those scrappy points that you can pick up. In the end, those will define the final outcome of the game.
9:30 to go here in the second quarter. Tie game, 27 up. Morrow spins. A couple passes later, it's in the post for Jamel Harris. Working against Nick Evans. Knocks down the jumper. Had his hand right in his face. Can't do much more than that, Nick Evans.
Very well defended. Just beautiful execution and shooting form.
High screen, Gernard Giroux. Yep. Moved just at the last minute. It's going to be an offensive foul for the moving screen. Doesn't take much, right?
And I'm not surprised. 2 points to separate these two teams. The bench scoring points in the paint and second chance points, all very, very close, virtually identical.
Tremik gets a high screen over to Morrow. Drab step to his right. Kicks it on the baseline for AJ Davis. Sorry, that was Jamel Harris. No, that was AJ Davis, pardon me. Alex Campbell running up for the 3. Yes, sir! Lex for 3.
And a huge bucket gives the Windsor Express the lead.
AJ Davis can't knock it down. There's Alex Campbell right there with 7 points so far in the first quarter.
Playing like a man possessed.
Risings, can't get it to go. And that's his shot. Working that point spot. And here's Davis again. Giroux with the board. Alex doesn't get a whole lot of arc on his shots, but picks up his dribble there. Someone's got to come get it. Nick Evans does. Thanks to that big 6'11" frame. He loses it.
Good defense there by the Titans.
And commit foul is Gernard Giroux. Count the Kearney and Alex Campbell going to check out of the game. Wally Ellenson and Maurice Jones check in. Also checking into the game, number 4, Ricky Tarrant. Orlando Coleman going to check back into the game as well. Nice rest for Orlando.
He's had a great start to this one. 4 points, 5 rebounds. Everything they can ask for out of the forward position, he is providing.
Maurice Jones at the helm for the Express. Nick Evans at the top of the key. Wally surveys the area, going inside to Warren Ward. Working against Coleman. Jab fake, rises. That shot is off to the left. Harris. AJ Davis defended by Ellenson. Nice job from Nick Evans there, but the tip ball goes out to Kitchener-Waterloo on the reset. Got bailed out there by a miss from Jamel Harris. No closeout from the Express on that possession.
No, and the Titans 1 for 10 from downtown, but they've taken 11 triples because the shots are there. Definitely want to see the Express lock down the perimeter, get out there and defend those three-point attempts.
Hisham Benyard Sharif checking into the game for Kitchener. Jones at the elbow. Knocks down the jumper. Maurice Jones stopping, getting the separation from the defender and knocking down the 2-point shot.
5 points, 3 assists for Jones.
Turnover. Here come the Express. Quinnell Brown can't finish in transition. A little bit of a rush pass. And Coleman scores on the other offensive end. Ellenson tried to make the block, but he rattled it home.
The Express can't convert in transition, and subsequently the Titans do to tie this game up at 32.
Got to knock down those bunnies. Nick Evans going to work against Jamel Harris, backing him down to his left. Rising, shooting, scoring, Nick Evans.
Textbook work there from the big man, Nick Evans.
Showing his offensive side of his game here in Windsor. So our leading scorer in the first 2 games. 24 points and 18 points respectively for Nick Evans. As a miss there from Kitchener-Waterloo. 2 double-doubles to start off the season. Maurice Jones drives and draws the foul. That's going to be Tarrant that commits the foul. Jones going to go to the free throw line. I believe we're going to have a timeout.
Kitchener-Waterloo foul.
Nope.
Number 4, Ricky Tarrant, his second.
Yes, no? Yes, Bill Jones is heading out to the key area, which usually means he's about ready for a timeout. So that is a timeout. It will be assessed. Not sure who is it assessed to, but regardless, we're going to take a little break here on Knockstrom.tv. When we return, more basketball between the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express.
Welcome back, folks. Maurice Jones set to take a couple free throws.
He is an 80% free throw shooter on the year thus far. The Express 9 of 10 from the charity stripe to start this game.
Shots from the floor by our very own Aaron Sanders. Make sure to tune in at halftime with Justin Prince and Aaron Sanders for our stats and facts and recaps. Jones 2 for 2 from the free throw line gives Express a 36-34 lead. 5:40 to go in the second quarter. Here come the Titans. Orlando Coleman backs up and then goes back to the cup. Off the glass. No good. Warren Ward with that board. Jones finds an opportunity and he scores!
Beautiful finish on the right side from Maurice Jones.
Quick miss from the Titans leads to another board from Nick Evans. Warren Ward for three.
No surprise that he's shooting 40% from downtown. Warren Ward making it count.
Back on defense are the Express. To the cup. Jamel Harris working against Nick Evans, and he gets the 2 to go.
Basketball is a game of runs, but both of these teams going at it right now. Back and forth action. Exciting game thus far.
Nick Evans working against Jamel. To the middle of the key. Can't get it to go. Wally Ellenson with the second opportunity. Third opportunity, no good. Just shows the athleticism from Wally Ellenson on that play.
And I believe that had a lot to do with effort.
Tarrant has the ball stripped from Maurice Jones. Surveys the area. Gives it up to Wally Ellenson for three! Yes!
And Maurice Jones rewards Wally Ellenson for his hard work at the rim, ditching it off. Ellenson wide open from the three-point line.
Windsor with an 8-point lead, 44-36. Harris can't get it to go. Nick Evans with some solid D there. Looking for a call, nothing doing. Quinnell Brown with a nice play there from his backside.
Talk about basketball IQ and awareness. He just looked completely comfortable sitting down on the court with the ball.
Handing it off to his point guard. We're gonna have our media timeout here. The Windsor Express up 44-36. A nice change. They're down earlier in the game. We're gonna take a short break here on Knoxstream.tv. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back here at the WFCU Center. 3:33 left in the second quarter between the Windsor Express and the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. Just for some local fight fans out there, local MMA fighter Tony Laramie coming up with a big win at TKO 37 in Montreal tonight, Kobe.
Yeah, he won his fight by decision. His opponent was really tall, had a lot of length. I heard there was some great takedown defense shown. TJ Laramie, he will be up shortly at TKO 37 Rivals.
Right, in the Windsor area, we have 4 professional MMA fighters that are in action here tonight, so we'll be catching up with them as we go. Zone defense shown by the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans coming out of that timeout. Allenson kicks it out to Jones for 2.
The Express sort of pouring it on here, going on a bit of a run. They got their foot on the gas pedal and a much better start to the game, certainly through the first 2 quarters. This is what Coach Bill Jones was looking for.
10-point lead. Adam Blazik playing pitch and catch with Jamel Harris in the corner for wing. No good. Orlando Coleman with the board. And Nick Evans going to commit the foul. Came over a little late. Yep, Nick Evans, they're going to be charged with his second foul.
Express foul to number 44, Nick Evans, his second personal, team fourth.
And the Titans shooting 37.84% from the field. Windsor shooting 41%. That was an important thing coming in to this game, was efficiency from the field. So this is a good start for Coach Bill Jones, certainly in that regard.
Orlando Coleman comes out short on the free throw.
And I should also add the Express 5 and 9 from downtown.
Coleman knocks down the free throw and points his finger to his mouth a la Rasheed Wallace.
And the Titans still perfect from the free throw line, shooting 100% from that space so far.
Maybe someone from the first row was giving Coleman a little slack. Warren Ward for 3, yes! Beautiful job, and he says, yep, it's time, points to his wrists. It's Warren Ward time.
Textbook release. I knew that ball was going in the moment it was released.
And there is Jamel Harris with a big shot there on the interior. Points.
He's 3 of 5 from the field for 6 points, so good help there for the Titans.
Maurice Jones with another? No. Allenson pokes it out, and it will be Kitchener ball. Points in the paint have been pretty decent for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans tonight.
They have 20 to the Windsor Express's 14, so definitely some good work being done at the rim.
And with Nick Evans and Lester Prosper both with a pair of fouls, maybe the paint, maybe an area they're looking for. And Adam Wing going to be called for an offensive foul, pushing off on Wally Ellenson. Coming and looking for an explanation from the official.
But it has been Maurice Jones thus far leading the way for the Express. 4-6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line, 11.6 times. The point guard getting it done for the Windsor Express.
Express playing with some swagger. They got the Express train rolling, so to speak, with 10 points, 10-point lead, 1:45 to go here in the second. Probably the best first half of play we've seen them have this year.
And I love the 5 that are on the floor right now for Coach Bill Jones.
Warren creating his shot, crossing over, rising. Ooh, and Wally and Nick in the same area there. Can't get the rebound, the Express.
And that's just quality defense by the Titans right there.
Yep.
Making life difficult for Warren Ward to get a quality shot off.
Nice job from head coach Serge Langus. Formerly the head coach of the Moncton Miracles. Nick Evans coming up with I want to say that was a block shot there. Averaging nearly 2 blocks a game, does Nick?
Nick Evans just hauled in his 10th rebound.
Ellenson for 3. Oh, couldn't rattle it home.
Last minute of play in the quarter, last minute of play.
Last minute of play in the second quarter, as you said, heard Steve Belanger say, our PA announcer. Coleman inside the 3-point line, and a 3-second violation going to be called against Adam Wing. Sometimes that indecisiveness can kind of freeze your teammates.
Yeah, and the 5th turnover for the Titans. The Express have only committed 2 turnovers so far in this game. That's good news for Coach Bill Jones's ears, I can tell you that.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick timeout here. The Windsor Express up 10 points with 45 seconds to go in the half. We'll be right back on Knockstrom.tv. All right. Coming back out of the timeout, the Windsor Express bringing the ball up the floor. Couple of possessions left in this half. Ellenson on the far side. Zone defense shown by Kitchener-Waterloo. Oh, and Quinnell Brown can't get that shot to fall. Blazik. Kitchener-Waterloo cold from the three-point line here tonight, Kobe.
1 of 13 from downtown thus far.
And here come the Express with 12 seconds to go. Quinnell Brown over to Warren Ward. And he draws the foul with 7.9 seconds to go. Quick offense from the Windsor Express in transition led by Quinnell Brown.
The Express shooting 40% from the field, 50% from downtown, 91% from the three-point line, so some improved efficiency for sure. The Titans not shooting the ball as well coming in, as certainly they were at around 45% coming into this one, 36% from the field right now, 88% from the line, but like we had talked about, Brett, 1 of 13 from downtown, and that's kind of hurt them thus far in this one. That's a lot of chucking, but they've had some good looks. They just haven't been falling.
Credit the Windsor Express defense for extending and limiting the range for those shooters. Blazik with 4 seconds to go. Inside the cup. Gets it to go with a nice reverse layup. Beautiful job by Adam Blazik to cut the deficit to single digits at the half.
No surprise that he's averaging 18 a game with finishes like that at the rim.
All right, that does it for halftime, for the first half here. Let's send it down to Aaron and Justin with the halftime report. The Windsor Express up 49-41 over the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. Kobe and Brett will take a break. We'll be back here at the start of the third quarter. We'll be right back, folks.
All right, halftime, 49-41. The Windsor Express with an 8-point lead over the KW Titans. Welcome back courtside for the Knoxsham halftime. I'm Aaron Sanders, and alongside with me is JP Justin Prince. And JP, right out of the gate, it was a very sloppy first quarter, and from Windsor's point of view, their shots were as flat as day-old soda.
That's the best way to put it, I guess, because with Windsor in that first quarter, they had 3 air balls and just did not look that well offensively, forcing up shots and so forth. It just didn't feel like they had good offensive chemistry for much of that first quarter. In the second quarter, though, they turned it around. They're still shooting 39%, yes, but it was a much better offensive quarter for both teams, in fact, compared to that first quarter.
Yeah, the second quarter, right out of the media timeout, the Windsor Express went on a 10-2 run. They came out right at the timeout, guns a-blazing with threes galore from Wally, Maurice Jones now and then. And then it really came up to the point where it was just because that media timeout where they needed to relax. Thus, they're up 8 because they were pacing taking their shots.
Yes, sir. Right now, after that media timeout, they just seem to have better offensive motion, more better options on offense, and more high-quality shots. Because in that first quarter, and before that media timeout, it was more they were checking up contested shots, shooting with men in their face, not making good shots, having the shots rim out.
Right.
You can't have that happen if you want to play good offense, which they played after that media timeout.
Absolutely. And Maurice Jones leads all scoring with 11 points. He has 6 assists to his name. It was a crisp ball handling in the second quarter, which is why we talk more of the second quarter than the first, because as most people know, it's the beginning of the game. They're still trying to test out the waters. Speaking of, Windsor's still trying to gel. I seen a mixture of their first and second strings, but at the end of it all in the first half, it turns out to be working out for now.
Right now it is working out because they're in the lead. That's the big thing right now. Now they're also getting things going. Especially, they still have to improve some things, in my opinion, yes, on the defensive side right now. Inside the paint, have that defensive hustle. One of the players who has been standing out is Maurice Jones, in fact, with that defensive hustle so far, and has shown it the most out of everybody, it seems, right now. If everyone could play like that and not over-hustle and over-play defense, they have a good shot of trying to pull away here in the third and fourth quarter.
That's if they keep Jamal Harris and Orlando Coleman out of the paint for them to doing such pleasures as getting the rebounds and all that other business. Because the Titans are doing well rebounding-wise, but you look at the rebounding game, it is pretty much tied at 26, but I've seen the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans getting the better end of the rebounding game.
It feels like that, that's for sure, because they've been able to get more of those baskets. Like you look at the second chance points right now, 7-4 compared to Windsor right now. So they've been capitalizing on those second chances as well as getting the rebounds. They're out rebound right now on the rebounds offensively. It is a 7-6 offensive. But right now, they're just seeming to get the more higher quality rebounds compared to Windsor, even though the totals, I should say, are the exact same.
Let's not forget that the last game they played 3 nights ago at the Auditorium, the rebounding game was pretty close. Windsor barely edged them 53-52 in terms of that. So it's no surprise to me that we have seen a close rebounding game despite a sloppy beginning of the game. We'll switch over to the other game right now. Only one game separates us right now, and that's the Cape Breton Highlanders who play against the St. John Riptides, and it almost looks like that game is pretty much wrapped up. The Riptide are up 108-95. We were watching it, JP, and right at the beginning it was Gabe Freeman who was putting on a significant display at the beginning, but Cape Breton, they came back, tried to make a game of it, but it doesn't look like it right now. Yeah, they have completely ran away with that game because basically when you're having off-the-glass alley-oops to Freeman, you know the game is basically out of reach because they have just played very well tonight with Freeman, with Anderson. Everybody had a good performance tonight from St. John. Cape Breton was able to keep it close for much of it, but couldn't come away at the end. It's still a few minutes to go, but St. John just got the momentum going from it being about a 4 or 5 point game to 19 by midway through the fourth quarter. It's now Anthony Anderson, the leading scorer with 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. No question he's going to be the player of the game, still keeping the Riptide into it. Most likely they're going to move up to a 6-1 record, and Cape Breton has yet to get their second win, but they have a niche to keeping games pretty close. In this game, it doesn't look like a favor at all. It doesn't look like it at all right now because it just, yes, they were able to keep it close for much of it, but in the end of the game, it's still a big loss. You want to have that second loss. Right now, it's an 11-point deficit right now, 106-95. But right now, you want to have those games close to have that potential and those shots to win and to keep the chances high. I think they're going to get their second win, of course, soon because it's a competitive year this year, and they showed a lot of spite in their Detroit Pistons-style jerseys. Yes, they have their second jerseys now, but I think they have a lot of potential this year. Exactly. And I'm glad that we brought up the attention to the St. John Riptide because it goes right into the players of the week. First of all, we go off to the Atlantic Division. Akeem Johnson, he is player of the week for the Atlantic Division from the St. John Riptide. He averaged a double-double that week, and one of the key reasons why the Riptide only has one loss right now, on the verge of winning their 6th win this year. Yes, Marie, right now he is one of the main players right now for the Riptide squad that has been playing so well right now. With that double-double average right now, that is also a major contributor, that's for sure, for St. John to help with that, that's for sure, along with the other contributors. Like you have Anderson, you have Freeman. He's one of many players right now St. John can rely on, that's for sure. Exactly. Over to the Central Division, and it's no surprise that Royce White from the Lightning is the player of the week over there. Averaged triple-double, actually got 2. And that's not a bad way to start off your NBLC career. I exhausted so many things to say about Royce White, so we'll just switch the question to you. What do you think of Royce White? Well, there's a lot to think about. It's a lot of positives with how he's performed this season. He was, in fact, the first person in NBL history to have back-to-back triple-doubles in back-to-back games. So he has just been phenomenal so far this year. Like before in the preseason, Coach Kyle Julius was expecting him to take a few weeks to get into this, and it's been right out of the gate looking good. Backhand passes. He's been basically dominating the play, getting the rebounds, finding the assists, being like a point forward on that floor. He's just been absolutely dominant right now for that London squad and has helped them so far lead that Central Division. And there's no question why the London Lightning are in first place at the present time. Away from that, let's get back to here in the Rose City. Second half keys. Let's start off for Windsor. With Windsor right now, one thing you have to make sure of is keep
this game going offensively. You don't want to struggle offensively right now. You don't want to force up shots like you did in that first quarter out of this third quarter, because you've seen as well, Windsor has so far been a second half team. Right now they're in that good position, up by 8 points. If they can keep this lead, play some good defense, and stop the interior shots, because it's 22 points in paint right now for Kitchener-Waterloo, Windsor will have a very good chance of keeping this win.
They have to make shots when they actually count, because there were so many shots where nobody was even open. Even Evans, he wasn't even ready to box out. He was right in the middle of traffic, so you got to be wary of the shots. Kitchener-Waterloo.
With Kitchener-Waterloo, one thing you have to fix right now is shoot the ball better, because 16 made shots right now, about the same as Windsor, but they're still at 37%. Another thing that's working for them, get to the free throw line, because before their game earlier this week, they were entering the game as the top free throw shooting team. Get what works for them, because right now they only have 9 free throws. If they can get those free throws and make them and not miss 14 or 15 like they did earlier this week, they have a good chance of coming back and getting players like Nick Evans into foul trouble, because no one is in foul trouble for Windsor right now. Max is 2 for 3 different players.
And not to mention, at the top of the week, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans were second in points scored. They had 112 outside of their loss in the Bud Gardens, 113 to 105. So if they really want to add up more to their points right up on the scoreboard, they do have to make shots where it counts. They got to be wary of the rebounding game. Defensively, even if they're on transition, pick up a guy, stop ball if you have to. And when it counts, you got to make sure you put a body on somebody, because if you don't put a body on somebody off the ball, then on the ball you're going to be real trouble. They're going to scooch right through you and beat you on the penetration.
I definitely agree with that. That's for sure, because right now both teams have to do that, in my opinion. That's for sure.
49-41 at the half. Second half action coming in just about 5 minutes. Brett and Colby once again on the call. We will see you at the Knoxstrom postgame. But for now, we step aside for this break. You're watching the Windsor Express on Knoxstrom.tv.
All right, folks, we're just a few moments away from second half action between the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express. Windsor at 49-41 after 24 minutes of play. Kobe K, what do the stats say to you?
Well, a lot of statistical categories, very, very close in this one. When looking at rebounds, the Titans with 26, 7 on the offensive end. Windsor 26, 6 on the offensive end. Titans with 14 team assists, Windsor with 11 team assists. And coming into this one, it was something that Windsor wanted to improve on. Speaking of team assists and ball facilitation, that number was a lot lower than last year. Turnovers, the Titans have 5, the Express only have 2, so I'm sure Coach Bill Jones loved that. Bench scoring 21 for the Titans, 16 for the Express. Points in the paint, 22 for the Titans, 14 for the Express. The Titans do have 7 second chance points. That's a great number, so those offensive rebounds situations like that paying big dividends. And the Express with 4 second chance points. When looking at individual numbers, it's all Maurice Jones. 11 points, 6 times, 4 assists from the field. The Express also getting some help from Alex Campbell off the bench. He hit a 3-pointer, and he was 4 of 4 from the free throw line for 7 points. And for the Titans, Orlando Coleman, 7 points, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And lastly, A.J. Davis, 4-8 from the field with 9.
And of course, can't forget about Nick Evans, who has the ball right now. He had 10 first half rebounds. Already on the double digits for Big Nick.
He did. I was out of time and breath. Double-digit rebounds in the first half, so we got to shout out Nick Evans.
That's why you got friends like me. Wally Ellenson turning the corner, kicking out for Quinnell Brown. Yes. Wally Ellenson with the assist on that play.
And real quick about Nick Evans, not just the rebound, 6 points, 3 of 7 from the field, and we seen that beautiful fadeaway jump shot under the basket.
Absolutely, he's got a full arsenal under the basket. Nick Evans, number 44. Adam Blazik inside the key, spinning, and he draws a foul. Heard some some people pleading for a travel call from the Express bench area.
That one almost dropped, and he hit a tough shot to close the half.
Yeah, a nice, beautiful reverse layup with the left hand. Adam Blazik. We saw him last year with the Niagara River Lions. A great contributor on that team. Comes over to Kitchener-Waterloo.
And he's balling out, Brett. 18 points, as I mentioned, 5 boards, 4.4 assists, 46% from the field, 46% from the three-point line, 83% from the free throw line, and 2.8 steals, getting it done everywhere.
I believe Ricky Tarrant also with 2.8 steals per game. Or no, sorry, Adam Blazik and Maurice Jones are both average the same amount of steals per game.
Ricky Tarrant is averaging 2.4 steals, so you are correct there, along with 17 points.
Maurice Jones! Oh, and he just can't get it to fall.
A small tragedy there. What a beautiful take by the point guard.
Orlando Coleman finishes in transition. Just goes to show.
Smooth execution from the big man. He's been a great addition to this Titans team.
Titans down 7. Maurice Jones. A heartbreaking miss on the previous possession after cutting the D. Ward rising. Leaves it short. Competing for it. Here come the Titans. Finds Wing in the corner. Back to Blazik. Working against Wally. Long 3. No. Evans with another board.
But a hand in the face there for Adam Blazik, not giving him any more easy looks from the three-point line. Windsor will hope that trend continues in the second half.
Entry pass to Quinnell Brown. Working against Tarrant. Over to Jones. Back to Quinnell. Turning. Shooting. Can't get it to go. Looking for a call. Nothing doing. Coleman. In the corner for Blazik. He rises and shoots. Ward with the board. Tough night for three-point shooting for the Titans tonight.
Yeah, came in shooting 35% from there, but only 1 of 15 tonight for 7% from the three-point line. But they're in this game, that's for sure.
Gets it to foul! Maurice Jones! Count the basket and the foul.
And this time, making it count.
Maurice Jones.
Kitchener-Waterloo foul to number 5, Adam Blazik, his first personal, team first.
Let's say Nick and Adam Wing on the other side there in the wrong position for the free throw. I'm going to point that out to him after the game. You lined up for the wrong spot. But the officials didn't notice either, so. Or that free throw probably wouldn't have counted. Coleman to his right. Kicks it out to Wing. His foot was inside the three-point line, so it's a long 2. 8-point lead for the Express. Maurice Jones.
6 dimes in the first half. He came into the game averaging 6 per game, so a great start for him.
Coleman kicks it out of bounds. So it'll be 14 seconds on the shot clock due to the kickball. Express set up a 4-low formation. Quinnell over to Wally, inside to Nick Evans. Working against Cavell. Blocked from Cavell.
How many times have we seen that from Cavell Johnson?
Nick Evans telling everyone to clear out. He says, I'm taking this one myself. And he knocks it down.
With the pretty little fadeaway, Nick Evans in the face of Cavell Johnson.
And a foul going to be called there. I believe that's going to go against Nick.
And I think that basket right there, Brett, speaks to the confidence in Nick Evans calling for that ball in the clear out.
That foul's going to be called on Wally Ellenson. I thought Nick might have gotten it. And I believe a technical was assessed on the floor as well. Not sure who the technical was assessed to, but Tarrant will shoot. The official, the official never signaled who was given. He just pointed to a group of players. So Johnson to the free throw line. No announcement as to who the technical was assessed to. But Cavell Johnson leaves it short. Cavell was the fouled party on the foul from Wally Ellenson. So Tarrant shooting the free throw, the technical for the unnamed party. And Kitchener will take over possession.
Tarrant shooting 96% from the free throw line on the season, though. No surprise there. He makes it count.
Need to reset the shot clock there. But I'm really curious as to who was assessed the technical. But anyway, the Express holding on to an 8-point lead. 8:37 to go here in the third quarter. Resetting the shot clock and game clock is our good friend Ryan Blevins, a staffer here. Here's Nick Evans with a steal. Cavell Johnson behind him, and a foul. Nice job there from Nick Evans getting it done on the defensive side of the floor. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. Thought we might have a Statue of Liberty play going on there or something. I'm not sure.
The whole net would have came down. Nick Evans showing off some defense, showing off some handles, and his ability to get out in transition.
Warren Ward, Nick Evans to the free throw line. If you're a fan of NBO Canada Live YouTube channel, you would have found out this past week during NBL on a Flash that Nick Evans registered his 1,000th career point last week. Getting it done the hard way. Showing off his range tonight in the mid to low post.
And a great free throw shooter, Brett. 80% on the season, so he really gets it done in all areas from the post position.
Splits the D there. And he might have gotten a piece of that ball. I think on the follow through, Nick might have gotten hit with an elbow, but he's down.
And he played some great hands up defense there. Taking one for the team. As tough as they come, number 44, Nick Evans.
Nick Evans is going to be called for that foul. Bill Jones comes and chats with his player. Especially with head injuries and concussions and everything like that, you want to make sure that your players are in the right body and mind. You never know what kind of shot to the head can jar or bruise the brain. And
Absolutely. Coach Bill Jones knows Nick Evans, and he'll be able to go over there and assess that situation. 6'11", 275. He is a monster in the middle, only averaging 1.6 turnovers as well. And for the usage being as high as it is, that's a great number. Speaking to how careful he is with the basketball, very efficient, 48% from the field, 80% from the free throw line, like I had said.
And a great character guy on this team, too.
Definitely the leadership piece. When we talk about the intangibles, that is Nick Evans, and that's what Coach Jones needed from him in the middle coming into this season.
Nick Evans is going to head to the locker room shortly to get assessed. Lester Prosper checks in. We've got 8:21 left in the third quarter. Thank you for that breakdown, Kobe. We'll be right back here on Knockstrom.tv when we return from the timeout. All right, coming back here out of the timeout. Cavell Johnson to the free throw line. Lester Prosper checks into the game after Nick Evans went to the training room to be assessed. I believe he's got a double-double already today. Nick Evans, after getting 10 rebounds in the first half.
He's close. He's 9 points, 12 boards, but he's also got 2 assists. So near double-double for the big man.
I thought he was right at the 10-point mark of that missed free throw there. Maurice Jones flirting with a double-double himself. Quinnell Brown thought he went to drive to his pivot foot there. Jones on the baseline. What a nice little running jump shot from Maurice Jones. And quickly up the floor are the Titans. Tarrant kicks it out to Adam Wing for 3. No. Blazek with the offensive board after it was tipped out from Cavell Johnson. Johnson has it now working against Prosper. Spins to his right. Prosper with his hands up, tips that ball. And saving it from going out of bounds is Quinnell Brown.
Good defense there by Prosper, who is playing with 2 fouls. But great defense, like I said, from the Express big man.
Lester had 13 rebounds and 8 points in the game on Tuesday night.
With Nick Evans in the training room, he's going to be an important piece down the stretch here.
Coleman with the board fast up the floor to Blazek. And poking that ball away is Maurice Jones. Adam Wing was backing him down in transition. Establishing position in the low post. Coleman on the far sideline, inbounding. Tarrant is blocked from Prosper. He comes over to help out Wally Ellenson with the big left hand. Jones hands off to Ward. High screen. Back to Ellenson. Inside to Prosper, facing up on Cavell. Turning, shooting, leaves it short. Tarrant crossing over at the three-point line, leaves it for Wing. I believe Tarrant, he goes right down. I was confused on that play. Sorry, folks. Tarrant went down, grabbing his hamstring. Maybe they called it for an injury stoppage. I'm not quite sure why the possession was stopped like that, but the benefit of the player. Nearly a turnover. There's Blazing at the free throw line in the middle of the key, and they're going to call offensive foul for the clear out.
Looking to create some space there with the forearm.
The old forearm shiver.
Cost the Titans a turnover.
And that ball will be on the far sideline. Quinnell Brown inbounding. Quinnell had 27 points on Tuesday's game.
He has 7 tonight to go along with 6 rebounds with the Express. 7 of 14 from downtown for 50%. Sure are shooting a lot better from the three-point line tonight.
High screen. Maurice Jones over to Ellenson. He is blocked from Cavell Johnson, but gets it back. Puts up a 3. Banks it in! It's Friday night, but the bank is open for Wally Ellenson.
Showing off that athleticism to go along with some supreme shooting skills, Wally Ellenson.
Sometimes all you need is confidence, and Wally going to become charged for the reach-in foul on the defensive side of the ball.
I think that's going to make Audley Stevenson's highlight reel this week. No doubt about it. Wally Ellenson showing off that athleticism, able to get the ball back and then throw caution to the wind and hit a very, very difficult shot and make it count. And he's giving the Express play some great basketball.
And Express are up 12, 63-51. We'll be back after this timeout here on Knoxstrom.tv. Coming back out of the timeout, the Windsor Express up 63-51. 5:52 left in the third quarter. And Kobe, a good sign for the Windsor Express.
Definitely, they kept the momentum going to start the third quarter, and it's continued. They're shooting the ball well. They're playing some team basketball.
And Shermeek Sutherland seals off Maurice Jones on the inbounds play and scores 2. Nick Evans returned to the Express bench during that timeout, so good to see Nick Evans back in the fold for the Express as well after taking a shot to the face. Ellenson driving on Greg Morrow. He'll draw the foul and go to the free throw line. Wally having himself a good game.
Showing off some of that elevation and those ups there. Tough to get that shot off, extending with the left hand. Able to get himself to the free throw line, but he is very, very athletic. That man can jump, let me tell you.
Absolutely. The brother of Henry Ellenson, first-round draft pick from the Detroit Pistons. Chose the Windsor Express because of the proximity of the Detroit Pistons and liked the mentality around the organization.
Certainly, he spoke very highly of Coach Bill Jones during that process.
Knocks down his second free throw, and Brandon Kearney checks in for Wally, who gets some love and affection from the teammates. Nick Evans and Noel Moffitt with some dabs of appreciation. Kearney steps in. Up the floor is Morrow. Working against Quinnell Brown. To his right, Morrow finds Cavell, and a foul is going to be committed by Lester.
And that will be Prosper's third foul.
Pardon me, Brandon Kearney going to be assessed the foul, number 3.
Okay, that's better news for Coach Bill Jones, but we do know Nick Evans is back, so he's obviously available. But Cavell Johnson left open under the basket, forcing the Windsor Express to commit that foul. No closeout. He had a good look at the rim, so probably one they needed to take.
Absolutely.
To keep the momentum going their way.
Seeing Quinnell Brown and Lester Prosper having a quick conversation about defensive rotation, I'm assuming. And how to break this press. Warren Ward gets the ball to Prosper in the middle. And Prosper passes over to Maurice Jones. That's going to be a backcourt violation. And Gernard Giroux going to check into the game. Bill Jones speaking with Warren Ward passionately.
And a turnover I'm sure the Express would love to have back. The Titans now with an opportunity to cut the lead to single digits here, should they be successful.
And Gernard Giroux checks in for Lester Prosper.
And Giroux having a decent game thus far, 1-1 from the field, but 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and that's great to see. 4 points and great minutes off the bench.
Johnson with a nice spin move, but he can't knock down the shot. Here comes Maurice Jones. Kearney spinning away from the defender at the three-point line. Steps in, gives it over to Giroux. Quinnell Brown facing up on Shamar. Rising, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul.
So this is where the Express need to dig their heels in, Brett, and try to contain this momentum, still with a 10-point lead, but another turnover.
Springer Williams checks in for Warren Ward. It's good to see former Express player Carl Finley in the house. Seeing him on the far side there. Lyona 625 banner. Morrow steps inside. Can't get the layup to fall. Following up the play for Jones, turning the corner. Gives it back out to Springer Williams for a three. Yes, it's good! Clinton Springer Williams.
Cash money and the 9th triple for the Windsor Express, 9-16 from downtown so far.
That silky smooth release from Clinton Springer Williams is followed by a bucket from Shamar Sutherland.
Brandon Kearney, Clinton Springer Williams, Warren Ward. Windsor has some dangerous shooters from the perimeter.
Clinton Springer Williams gets the ball over half. Jones almost gets it to go with the around the world layup, but had to get around the defender somehow.
It's interesting how creative he is at the basket with the adjustments in the air. May give up some size, but he makes up for it in talent, speed, and enthusiasm, that's for sure.
Tremik. Over to Tramar. A little out of sync there. And it will be Express basketball.
And they have an opportunity here to once again extend the lead off the Titans' turnover.
Quinnell Brown was looking for Gernard Giroux in the front court there, but wasn't ready for the pass, so he had to get up to Maurice Jones. Kearney. On the baseline, gives it up to Gernard Giroux. Mid-range jumper, no good. Quinnell Brown. Count the basket and the foul after the offensive rebound.
Veteran play, veteran leadership. Quinnell Brown making it happen at the rim. Time and time again, this man gets it done for the Windsor Express.
Had time to gather, give a little bit of a pump fake, take that harm with the hoop. Trying to extend the play. Make it a three-point play.
9 points so far in this one with the chance to make it 10 to go along with 7 rebounds, and he's really rounding into game shape, Brett. He was a late joiner this year, but he brings MVP caliber ball to the game every night.
And matching that play is A.J. Davis going from point A to point B, picking up the harm and the foul.
And he now heads into double digits, scoring with 11. And every time the Windsor Express seem to score a big bucket here, we see the Titans make a push to try to steal some of the momentum back.
Taking the hoop and the harm, pardon me. A.J. Davis, spoke about him in the pregame. Knocks down the free throw. It makes it a 10-point game. Kearney working against Davis. To his right. All alone, he scores. Brandon Kearney. Brandon Kearney spent some time at Michigan State. And losing it the other way is Tremeke Sutherland. Turns it over, and Windsor Express will go back on offense, up 12. Some substitutions coming in. Greg Morrow checking out in favor of number 23, Hichem Benayad Sharif. Apologize for any. There's a three from Brandon Kearney. No.
Good look, and shot just doesn't fall. But Windsor playing much better offense right now.
AJ Davis leaves. Thought he lost it on his way up, but he's fouled. Benayad Sharif with the rebound there, get it right up to AJ Davis, who draws the foul in transition.
At the line, number 10, AJ Davis.
AJ Davis to the line. First free throw is good.
And Brett, we'll touch on the Windsor Express offense real quick here. I think this is a good news for Coach Bill Jones. They came into this one -7 in terms of the scoring margin, but here much more efficient, a +12 in the second quarter, and that has helped them contain this lead so far against the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. A much cleaner group, much better looks, and like I said, much more efficient.
Yeah, big difference from the group we saw 2 weeks ago here against the Orangeville A's after they came away with a 95-94 win. Gennard Giroux on the offensive glass. Can't get it to go, but a nice play there from AJ Davis to knock it off of Quinnell Brown to maintain possession. Even 10-point lead for the Express. 1:45 left in the third. So lots of basketball here left, folks. Benayad Sharif over to Davis. Tremeke turning the corner. Can't get it to go. No foul call. Jones crossing the timeline. High screen. Giroux. Jones loses it. Tramar. Benayad Sharif. Can't get it to go. Quickly up the floor come the Express. Quentin Springer-Williams can't get it to go. The second chance nearly ends up in the basket, but it will be Kitchener ball. Unfortunate for Clinton Springer-Williams, but good opportunity for the offense there in transition.
And lots of energy. Both of these teams really getting after it, both with their foot on the gas.
Jamel Harris turning the corner on Giroux. Stops. Kicks it out. And a traveling violation for Sutherland. A little bit of a spacing issue there as Harris comes over. Explain himself. Those are the kind of things that happen at the beginning of the season. Through the course of a 40-game regular season, I'm sure those plays won't happen as much. Jones finding an area. Kicks it out to Kearney for three. Yes! Brandon Kearney for three.
And Jones probably had a good look at the rim, but trusting his shooters with the kick out to Brandon Kearney.
Another assist from Maurice Jones, another bucket for Brandon Kearney as he continues to gain confidence with this squad. 5 for 6 from three-point land on Tuesday against the K-Dub Titans. 5 in the quarter. Tremeke kicks it out. Benayad Sharif. Air ball, and no, they're going to say that bucket does not count. Was not released in time. And the Windsor Express take a 75-62 lead over the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans at the end of 3 quarters. When we return, our stats and facts, and of course, the fourth here from Knockstrom.tv. All right, fourth quarter just a few moments away here. And Kobe's talking about getting Arby's on the way home. We have the meats. But the Windsor Express have a 13-point lead over the K-Dub Titans, 75-62. And a big factor of that is the three-point shooting tonight, Kobe.
Indeed, the Titans 1 of 16 from downtown. So credit to Windsor Express there, and obviously some shots not falling, but they need to get it done from the inside or from the two-point range, I believe, because it's not working thus far for the Titans.
Chamar Sutherland follows up a miss from Benayad Sharif.
But I'll tell you what is working. Points in the paint now, 32 for the Titans, attacking the rim and making good things happen.
Jernot misses, but Quinnell Brown with the offensive board. Loose ball on the ground. Blocked from Jamel Harris. Clinton Springer-Williams. Tremeke gets behind Gernard Giroux and scores off the glass for two.
And another 2 points at the rim for the Titans. Things really working for them when they're taking it to the cup.
And Gernard Giroux almost sprints to the bench after committing that foul.
And it also should be noted the Titans 19 of 21 from the free throw line, Brett. 91%, around 91%. Those are fantastic numbers.
Absolutely a miss on that play, but Windsor with a 9-point lead after the bucket from Chamar Sutherland. Tremeke and Chamar, I believe, former members of the Montreal Jazz. We're going to talk about that. Brandon Kearney with an and one play. Spinning, taking the harm, and scoring off the glass for two. Brandon Kearney with an excellent performance here in the second half.
And he's got 7 points, 4 boards, but I think more importantly, Brett, starting to feel comfortable with this team. And he's just another weapon for Coach Bill Jones.
His first personal team first.
Pretty cool to see OJ Atagwe here tonight, former NFL player. His brother in the house as well. Played in the CFL. Forgive me, but I forget his first name. Jamel Harris with a one-handed slam. Oh, Kobe. He threw the hammer down on that one.
Yeah, the Titans have put their foot on the gas here to start the fourth quarter. They are going nowhere. They want to get out of here with a win and move to 3-3. Steal one from the Express at the WFCU Center.
But the Windsor Express have been able to match so far in the opening 90 seconds. They maintain a 10-point lead. Baskets back and forth here.
Yeah, they've also held them to 37% from the field, Brett, coming in. The Titans, one of the most efficient scoring squads. We know 113 points per game, around 45% from the field. So this Express defense much improved.
Maurice Jones at the handle. 10 to shoot. Working against Adam Wing. Finds Quinnell, 6 to shoot. Working against Tremeke, turnaround jumper. Yes! Ooh, silky smooth.
The human highlight reel, former MVP Q Brown.
Well, we called him QB, but the rest of the league called him MVP. And here come the Windsor Express. They're up by 12. Here comes the Titans, pardon me. Jamel Harris with a miss. Nick Evans back into the game for the Express. And nearly with a steal there was A.J. Davis.
This has just been flat out good basketball, Brett, at the WFCU Center. The Express with just 6 turnovers, the Titans with just 10. So both teams being very careful with the basketball, not giving away too many opportunities. Some nice clean play from both sides.
Kearney loses it, but will knock it off of Adam Wing with a good with a good effort there. So Windsor will maintain possession. A fresh 24. Nick Evans needs 1 point for a double-double. Over to Kearney. Trying to find a cutting Quinnell Brown below the basket. It'll go off the hands, and that's another turnover for the Express. Jamel Harris can't finish around Nick Evans. Straight up defense there.
Quinnell Brown flying through the back door for his 10th rebound. He now has a double-double.
A little bit of congestion on that play, and there's Quinnell Brown for three. Yes,
And
QB.
Rewarded for his efforts by his teammate Maurice Jones, who finds him on the three-point line for a clean look.
15-point lead for the Express here with less than 9 to go in the fourth. That ball is tracked down from Maurice Jones.
Who has 3 rebounds to go along with 9 assists and 16 points.
Maurice Jones looking down low for Nick Evans. He's working against Jamel Harris. Big man Nick. Turn around. Oh, can't get it to go.
And the stat tracker has updated Maurice Jones 16 points, 10 assists, so he's now a double-double.
Adam Wing with the rebound and the offensive putback. Nick Evans going to be called for that foul.
Express foul to number 44.
That's Nick's.
His 5th personal.
That's Nick's 5th. As Nick comes back into the game, he's got a little bit of, I believe there's some tape on his nose after taking a bump.
The fourth quarter really close thus far. The Express have scored 8 points, the Titans 7. The third quarter was also very close. The Express 26, Titans 21, but it was the second quarter, Brett, where the Express scored 28 points to the Titans 16. So the strong second quarter play has helped them maintain this lead.
Couldn't agree with you more. 83-69 after the split pair of free throws from Adam Wing. QB put the ball behind Shamik. Rising. Shamar the other way. Straight to the cup for 2. Shamar Sutherland A to B.
An extremely athletic play there and intelligent, able to finish at the rim in transition off the steal.
Getting out of trouble there was Maurice Jones. Gives it over to Clinton Springer. A runner from Quinnell Brown is good.
33 years old, lots of life left in those legs.
Offensive rebound is gathered by Adam Wing, and the foul going to be committed underneath the basket. Number 5, Clinton Springer Williams going to check in. Or sorry, committed the foul. 2 Express players coming in, Wally and Ward.
Like you said, Nick Evans 1 point away from a double-double, which would give this Express offense 3 double-doubles. We talked about coming in how this offense needed to be better, and they have thus far tonight.
Adam Wing knocks down the free throw.
I'll get you caught up on some Titan stats here real quick. Cavell Johnson, he has 10 points, 4 assists, 3 boards. Orlando Coleman, 9 points, 10 rebounds. And of course, AJ Davis, 14 points, 3 assists, and 2 boards.
A miss there from Adam Wing. 2 consecutive trips to the free throw line where he split a pair of free throws. Turnover. No, nearly turned over. Maurice Jones gives it over to Wally for 3. No. Cavell Johnson trailing on that play. And he scores.
JJ hands in the air, showing off some athleticism at the rim.
Jones. High screen. Set by Evans. Rolling to the basket. Warren Ward for 3. No. Cavell initially went after it, but he lets it go out of bounds. Blazek bringing the ball up the floor. 6:20 to go here in the fourth quarter at the WFCU Center. And A.J. Davis scoring off the glass for 2.
Good hands-up defense there by Nick Evans, but better offense by A.J. Davis, attacking the rim with no fear.
That pass, a little bit of miscommunication there from the Windsor Express. Quinnell Brown And Alex Campbell going to check into the game with 5:55 to go. He had 7 first half points.
He did perfect from the free throw line, 4 of 4, but more importantly brought some energy and a spark off the bench for the Express, who look to keep things rolling here in the fourth quarter. Just 5:55 left. They look to hang on to this 9-point lead.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick media timeout. When we return, the fourth quarter continues here on Knockstrom.tv. Hey, coming back here, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans down 9 points, 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Lots of time left for the Titans to work.
Blazik on the bounce. Blazik to his left, working against Lex. And a foul going to be committed by Alex Campbell. Good patience shown by Adam Blazik there, creating the foul and going to the free throw line.
And slowing down the momentum, stopping the play. This gives them the ability to chip away. They're 21 and 26 from the free throw line for almost 81%. So this is working for them. And this is a good way to cut into this lead.
Down by as many as 15 in this quarter.
Especially when you got a guy like Blazik shooting 84% from the charity stripe.
A couple of officials are confirming something. And you'd have to say that playing a slow, methodical pace would benefit the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans at this time. Windsor Express really feed off of momentum plays and transition and big baskets, so to speak.
They do. I think the Titans have been good in the half court. They look very comfortable there. But Windsor just seems to thrive off momentum at the WFCU Center. It's sort of always been the case.
Couldn't agree with you more. Blazik knocks down both, cuts the deficit to 7. Windsor. Rookie guard Alex Campbell with the handle now. Blazik pushing Alex Campbell off the three-point line. He drives, loses it.
So the Express very careful with the basketball through 3 quarters, but in this fourth and final frame, we've seen, I think, 4 turnovers.
Steal from Nick Evans. Gives it up to Lex. The 3 from Quinnell. It's good. He let the defender fly right by. Knocked it down.
19 points in Quinnell Brown's 3rd triple on the night.
Adam Wing for a long 2. Loose ball. Goes off the feet of, looked like Cavell Johnson. AJ Davis to the cup. Are they going to count it? Yes, they are. They are going to count the basket and the foul. Nice job from AJ Davis there.
In a very, very important play for the Titans, who have a chance to cut this lead to 2.
To 6.
I
7.
I got terrible eyes. I apologize. To 7. Nevertheless, a very, very important free throw. A place in which they've had success all night long. And they get to slow the game down here and take some of that momentum back.
Don't worry.
I need my glasses. I'm getting old.
I was about to say, you want mine? Maurice Jones back into the game for Alex Campbell. Campbell out after 80 seconds of play. Nick Evans down low on Cavell Johnson. Gets it to go. And there's the double-double for Big Nick.
11 points and a huge 2 points for the Express.
And another board for Nick Evans after Wally Ellenson disrupted that shot.
So beasting out here in the fourth and final frame.
90-81. Nick Evans again on the low post, working against Cavell Johnson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, nice block there from Cavell. Might have got a little bit of the hand, but here's Blazek in transition.
Oh. Sweet handles. Doesn't fall, but Adam Blazek going coast to coast with authority.
I'm not sure because we're up here, but I think the last minute effort there from Nick Evans might have been what he needed. Slams it home! Wally Ellenson, talking about a Nick Evans screen, opens that up.
Yeah, he created the space for Wally Ellenson to go around the left side and slam it home.
The Titans take a timeout, 92-81. After a nice slam dunk from Wally Ellenson, the Express are feeling it, and we're going to take a short break here on Knockstrom.tv. We'll be right back, folks. Coming back here, 3:28 left in the fourth quarter. Folks, before we get back to the basketball action, I want to talk a little bit about life. The London Lightning celebrated one of their mascots with his final round of clinic treatment today. So for Flashlight or Joey, we want to give you a big Knockstrom.tv congratulations. So, oh, nice finish there from Cavell Johnson. Coming out of the timeout, that cuts this lead to 9.
Single digits now is all the Express lead by Cavell Johnson finishing at the cup.
And here's A.J. Davis there in transition, right up the floor, and Maurice Jones has to commit the foul. Maurice Jones will send A.J. Davis to the line. 9-point lead for the Express, 2:56 to go in the fourth.
And I'm impressed with the Titans' ability to micromanage the closing minutes of this game, getting to the free throw line, picking up turnovers, good passing, and creating scoring opportunities.
A.J. Davis knocks down the first. Can't wait to see what these teams do at February 8th at Caesars Windsor. Clash at the Coliseum 4. It'll be a triple header between the Laurier University Golden Hawks and the Windsor Lancers and the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express. So if you get one ticket, you get to go see all three games. It'll be at 3 o'clock the women's game, 5 p.m. the men's game, and 8 p.m. the Windsor Express game. So make sure you get those tickets, folks, on WindsorExpress.com.
Talk about bang for your buck.
That's right. Might have to stay in the casino that night. We'll see. Nick Evans at the elbow. Yes. Big Nick getting it done.
Taking the elbow jumper with confidence in the closing minutes of this one.
A.J. Davis backs Nick Evans down in the low post. And I believe that one's going to be Nick's sixth. Nick Evans commits the foul on that play. Yep, 44. Nick Evans called on that one. Nothing doing, big man.
Express foul to number 44, Nick Evans. His fifth
Oh, only 5th, pardon me. I believe that I thought they had announced his 5th earlier in the game.
But 13 points and 16 rebounds, but making huge buckets down the stretch, Brett. And if you're Coach Bill Jones and you see a number 44 out there playing like this in the final moments, that's good news going forward. They have a leader in their forward, Nick Evans.
And Davis, his second shot swirls around the wall and finds the cup.
Yeah, despite shooting 1 of 18 from the three-point line, it's the free throw shooting that's kept the Titans in this.
And they're going to call an offensive foul on Maurice Jones for clearing out with an elbow on the defender when the defender was behind him. Never seen that before.
So I don't have an official number on turnovers on the quarter, but I do believe it's 5 for the Express. That's starting to hurt them. They've been careful with the ball all game, but that comes with the pressure that the Titans are putting on and the pace of this game and the intensity that we're seeing.
A.J. Davis to inbound to Blazik. Johnson in the high post, defended by Nick Evans. Poked away, here comes Maurice Jones. And he scores for 2.
Huge bucket for Jones, finishing at the rim in crunch time.
And Orlando Coleman can't knock it down in transition. That will go off of the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, says the official. And it will be Windsor possession. I thought we might see an alley-oop slam for the trailing Nick Evans there from Maurice Jones, but the safe 2 points is always a great play too.
You can never say never, but that mayhem just sealed it. The Windsor Express with some work to do, just under 2 minutes left.
10-point lead, 1:54 to go in the 4th quarter. Once again, we want to give a little congratulations to the London Lightning mascot, Flash Slater, Joey as he's called. He completed his final round of clinical treatment today, and they said cancer didn't stand a chance. Congratulations, Joey. We're all Joey strong.
And the players in this league stepping up time and time again in their respective communities. It is just amazing to see.
Jones working against Coleman to his left. Gets out of the defender, splits the D. Get to the cup for Maurice Jones. This place's roof almost came off. AJ will draw the foul. But after a beautiful play from Maurice Jones.
Now you gotta think of both the prospect here of putting Duncan and Jones on the court together with a much smaller backcourt, but still imagine the dynamic play and the speed that could come out of the backcourt with those two playing together. Or with Jones off the bench when Duncan comes back. Any way you slice it, it's going to be exciting. Jones with 20 points and 12 assists in this one.
Beautiful job. And A.J. Davis knocks down the free throw to make this possibly a 10-point game with 1:26 to go. Windsor up 98 to 87 currently before this free throw. Knocks it down, makes it an even 10 points. Substitutions coming in. Sharmeek Sutherland coming in for Adam Blazik. Perhaps offense for defense. Kitchener-Waterloo puts on a press. 1:20 to go here. Quennell Brown on the low post. Facing up on A.J. Davis off the glass and good.
Everybody feeling it tonight.
Everybody's going to the bank tonight. Even though it's Friday night. Coleman, I thought he traveled. Yes, he did, says the official.
Costly turnover, but no quit these Titans.
1:01 to go here in the game.
Playing hard right down to the final buzzer. The Windsor Express offense with 4 players scoring in double digits. Nick Evans, Wally Ellenson, Quennell Brown, and Maurice Jones. A much improved offense here for the Windsor Express. who, Brett, went 12 of 23 from downtown for 52%.
Wow.
What an improvement from the three-point line we've seen in this one.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago we spoke about how can we get the three-point shooting improved for the Windsor Express, and it just took some time and chemistry, it seems. Jones, they're going to call a foul on the floor. With 47 seconds to go, the Windsor Express up 100-88.
And, you know, we should touch on the Express defense real quick because I think they've done a great job holding the Titans to 37% shooting on the field. More importantly, the Express right now are +5 on the glass.
And up 12 in the game. Ellenson with the runner. With the foul, that was Maurice Jones. Getting it done on all aspects of the game. Coleman kicks it out. Johnson at the top of the key, spins to his left, gets it to go. Nice move from Cavell Johnson, silky smooth.
He's had a heck of a game, 16 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists. The veteran Cavell Johnson getting it done.
102-90. The Windsor Express will travel to London to play the Lightning on Sunday afternoon at Bud Gardens. Be their second consecutive win over the KW Titans. 6 seconds to go, we're going to have a shot clock violation, turnover. And with 5 ticks to go, as far as I know in my lifetime of knowing basketball, there is no 12-point shot.
And Tracy McGrady is nowhere in the building, so I think it's safe to say the Express are going to get out of here with the most important W.
And they move to 3-3 in the regular season.
Winning an important divisional game, and Maurice Jones, not to be confused with Maurice Jones-Drew from the Jacksonville Jaguar backfield. 22 points, 13 dimes, 9 of 14 from the field. Brought a lot of energy. The veteran Grinnell Brown, 21 points and 11 boards. Ultra efficient from the field, 9 of 18. Wally Ellenson, 13 points, 4 of 11 for the field, 6 boards. And of course, Big Nick Evans, 13 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists, and he played great basketball in the painted area, Brett.
I couldn't agree with you more. The Windsor Express move to 3-3 now with consecutive victories over the KW Titans. They're going to moving on to a game against the London Lightning on Sunday at Bud Gardens. The player of the game is Maurice Jones, and why not after a fantastic game like that? That does it for everyone up here. For Brett, for Kobe K, I am Brett Hedges. Thank you for tuning in on Knockstrom.tv. Stay tuned for the post-game show with Aaron Sanders and Justin Prince shortly after these messages. We'll be right back here on Knockstrom.tv. Windsor Express win to move to 3-3.
Another good one in the books. The Windsor Express take one once again over the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. Infinity 2-90. Oh, wait a minute. 102-90. Let's get that straight first off. This is the Knockstrom post game from courtside. Aaron with Justin and JP. I believe that resurgence coming around in the second half really counted for the Windsor Express. A lot of players contributing to this victory.
Yes, Marie, when you look at the stats, it was big nights for not only Maurice Jones, who had what should be his best scoring performance, as well as a big-time 13 assists. You had Nick Evans also performing tonight, 13 points and 16 rebounds, so both of them big. You have Quinnell Brown, 21. A lot of different players contributed tonight in this huge victory for Windsor at home here.
And once again, another close rebounding game. The Windsor Express edge the Titans in that 51-46. Well, 51-45. But let's step aside and talk about Kitchener-Waterloo for a moment. They stayed persistent, but they could not catch up with Windsor's transition D.
Yeah, it just seemed like Windsor was able to take advantage of the situation and so forth with the transition defense, because you look at those points off turnovers, 19 points for Windsor, 8 for Kitchener-Waterloo. Then you have the second chance. Yes, Kitchener-Waterloo had the advantage, but they had just 3, it seemed, in that final half. So basically Kitchener-Waterloo just got outplayed and outscored. They only shot 38% in this game overall for a reason.
Their player of the game is A.J. Davis. He scored 24 points from what started out as a good display from Cavell Johnson. Turned out to be major control from A.J. Davis. I mean, he's the ones that kept the shots for the Titans, but at the end of the day, you got to really look at the Windsor Express defense. A lot of people were saying they couldn't catch up on defense. That has been the case at the beginning of the season, but now the question is it too early to say that their game is finally beginning to gel?
I kind of feel it might be a little too early still. I give it another game or two, honestly, because yes, they came and gelled together really well, but we'll have to see from here on out, because this was just, for example, their second home game of the season, the Windsor Express for one, and it was just a home-and-home series where they played very well against Kitchener-Waterloo. The question is, how will they play against the other teams as well after this? Like, they're playing London in the next couple days. That's going to be a major challenge for Windsor. Will they gel still then? That's going to be the main test for me to see, are they finally gelled together like they should be to win games?
Excellent perseverance. First off, to Nick Evans. He came down. He got bopped in the nose a little bit. He came back, delivered the damage. I mean, this is a guy that still is in consistent foul trouble, but at the end of the day, he and the Windsor Express led to it, and another double-double for Nick Evans. That's probably about 3 this season for him, so it shows how much persistence he shows off in scoring and rebounding, and for the Windsor Express, this is quite different from how they started last year.
Yes, right now with Nick Evans, I think when he's not in foul trouble, he's a major impact for this team right now, and it's been showing so far. He can get those rebounds this team needs, and he has been able to score when needed, for the most part. When he has been in foul troubles, it just has not worked out as well for Windsor, because that is a missing hole big time when Nick Evans is in trouble like that. And as long as he keeps out of foul trouble for a majority of the games, I think Windsor's in good shape. If he gets 5 fouls by the fourth quarter, I don't think so.
I think it's a pretty even game for Nick Evans to get 5 fouls in the fourth quarter. We'll get away from this. Only one game, like we said, that happened during this one. The Riptide take over the Cape Breton Highlanders 113-101. Anthony Anderson, again, having a good heck of a game, 27 points. And as we mentioned earlier, it was the Gabe Friedman show, but Anthony Anderson cleaned it up for St. John.
Yeah, Anthony Anderson, great scoring performance tonight. While you had Gabe Freeman basically putting the exclamation point on getting that alley-oop off the glass, basically Anderson was just the main performer out there, that's for sure tonight. Like, a great balanced performance overall, good scoring performance from him and the rest of the Riptide tonight in that game.
But not a good free throw performance from them. They shot 54% from the field compared to Cape Breton's 72. I mean, that has to be taken care of ASAP when you're up 6-1.
That is definitely a good point there, because the free throws is a major issue. You don't want to have missed 10, 15, 20 free throws, or else you'll be in major trouble out there throughout the season, and you'll blow your opportunities.
And there it is. And that's the story, folks. We're going to quickly go over to the schedule. Knoxstrom.tv will be back for the London Lightning game tomorrow. They'll play at Bud Gardens to play against the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. They wrap up their 3-game series in a week. And then on Sunday, they play Windsor. And then Windsor, as we mentioned, they'll be at Bud Gardens. And then on Monday, they'll be at Meridian Center to play the River Lions once again. And we'll be back here this Wednesday where they play against their 401 true rivals, the London Lightning. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for that. I won't be there, so it's up for everybody to take a helm of that. But you know what? Watch this game. The London Lightning, they're very good. They're in first place. The Windsor Express, they are now tied for second place. So you never know what's going to happen come Saturday and Sunday. You're going to have to tune into Knoxstrom.tv for that. Once again, final score. Windsor Express 102. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans 90. We'll see you once again. This has been a presentation of Knoxstrom Digital Media, producing the media excellence in Southern Ontario. Until next time, for JP, this be Aaron Sanders saying so long from the Rose City.